at some point we thought maybe our petrol filter was clogged, so we bought another petrol filter. So yeah, now we're gonna attempt to start the engine. No matter what, it needs to at least start. So we start by connecting the battery. So we got remember we got the terminals, meaning only that lamps, not the whole terminal for the positive, because it was not really okay. If you remember, we did mark pass somewhere so that the car can at least switch on. So now the terminal is okay. So this is how dirty our engine is, but then it's not a problem. Now attempting to crank the engine, and now it is failing to start. And then while cranking, we noticed that there's a gearbox oil, so that is leaking from a pipe. So we need to make a plan that we at least try fix that. So if you can check, our carburetor choke is now working, but then it is failing to start. So meaning that we have to go back and check if we have fuel in our tank, and then checking that, yeah, we find that we have fuel. So it cannot be a full issue unless if we have to top up our carburetor with fuel. So we put back the battery after charging for maybe 30 minutes or so, try to put back the new petrol filter ignition on. Now the pipes are too small for this kind of a filter, so we just gonna try push the oil down. So this is much faster we are feeling to start the engine. Now attempting to start the engine, guys. So you can see that we are topping up some petrol in the carburetor. So you hear the engine idling, so it was using the fuel that we topped up with, not the actual fuel from the tank. So meaning that now it is running with the fuel that we topped up with. So this shows us that the carburetor is faulty somehow. At some point we thought it was the petrol pump, but then we tried to put some markers of a petrol tank in the engine when we started cranking the vehicle. So yeah. Now this is topping up of the petrol so that the engine can at least idle for 2 minutes while the petrol pump is doing the work, but then it failed. So doing this mark pass, putting the bottle in front and then taking the fuel line inside the bottle, is so that we can see that there's a flow of petrol, meaning that we are testing if our petrol pump is working. So our petrol pump was really working, meaning that now there's a guy which is giving us problem with this, which is a carburetor. So now I'm just gonna start doing something which I didn't want to do, which is disconnecting the choke, meaning that we're gonna, the choke definitely helps us with so that our vehicle cannot give us a hard start, but in this case it is giving us a hard start. So we just gonna disconnect it and see uh, what it does. If not, just gonna do what I was thinking of doing, removing the carburetor, and we're gonna buy another carburetor. Then yeah, that will be it. Now we disconnected the choke. Now let's see how it starts.